What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Realistic CM. It's episode number 69, everyone's favourite, and today we are returning by promoting our best youth player in the academy. Yes, we've been waiting for it, and now he gets the pro deal. Ivan Ray, 17 years old. He also hit one of our youth development objectives because of this promotion here, which has signed at least 2 players younger than 20 with potential greater than the average overall rating of players currently in that position. So Ray is in, and unsurprisingly with the range of 91 to 94, he does have the potential to be special. No surprises there. This guy's got some great stats. I do want him to get a bit quicker. You know, already low-high work rate is a little bit of a concern as well because, you know, as a defense-minded winger, that could be kind of cool, you know, like if we were playing like a 3 at the back system or maybe a 5 at the back system as a left wing back or a left midfielder in a 3 at the back system, that would be kind of cool. So initially I was thinking, do I do that? Like, you know, do I do that? Do I get this guy to be a defence-minded winger? Then I thought, to be honest, look, we're not that sort of team. You know, we're a goal-scoring team. We were the second highest goal scorers in the Premier League last year. We are the top scorers in the league this season. We've had players win the Golden Boot in back-to-back seasons with Reece Nelson, Luis Suarez. Look, the left winger in this team is not a defence-minded position. Reece Nelson does not cover Kieran Tierney very often. So, yeah, you're not going to get that. We're going to train his attacking work rate up. We can get high work rates. I always say like high work rates and 90 plus stamina on a wide player in FIFA nowadays is just so crucial. I really love to have players that are like that, you know, so energetic, bags of energy, run for days, both on the defensive end and offensive end, give maximum effort, and they've got the stamina to back it up as well. But Ray looks fantastic though, and you know, obviously LeLong has come out of the academy. We know that he looks pretty decent indeed. Very excited about the guy, especially because of the hair. But Ray will give him some competition for minutes as well, I'm sure. So for the first game of today's episode, taking on the newly promoted Hornets, Watford here at the Emirates Stadium. Watford in this save have just been the biggest bogey team every single season. It's like T-Pain, up, down, up, down, up, down. Honestly, it seems like every year you know what's going to happen. If they're in the Premier League, they'll be in the Championship next season. If they're in the Championship, they're in the Premier League next season. But we beat them by a goal to nil. Tough game this one as well. Really tough. Their defence was really good. When I did breach them, I was denied by the goalkeeper. But Luis Suarez got his 5th goal of the season so early on in the final 12 minutes to give us a very relieving 3 points there, which keeps our winning start alive. Tough one though. Had to grind out to get our victory, but 3 points in the bag there to start today's episode off. We also had a loan offer for Harley Brooks. He's the potential to be special young goalkeeper. We did decide to accept that, and he is going to go to PEC's Wall on a 2-year loan deal in January as well. I mentioned I've put like all of my young goalkeepers on the loan list now to try and get them out. Just because again, we've got like 7 goalkeepers here, so they need to get some first team football. But also accepted this deal as well for Albie Hudson. Millwall, the Lions, my team, putting in a loan deal for the young goalkeeper, but also a £1.2 million future fee as well. Look, the fact is Brooks has the potential to be special, so the other goalkeepers here, if we loan them out and we then sell them as well, I'm not totally against it. I think Wills has the exciting prospect tag, so I wasn't too sure about this one, but yeah, you know, I really don't feel as though the other goalkeepers outside of Harley are going to have any kind of future in this team because of the fact we've got, again, 3 goalkeepers that are 80 plus rated. Jan Oblak signing for this year at 95 mil, being 93 overall. Aaron Ramsdale at 80 is our 3rd choice goalkeeper. So yeah, need to loan out our young goalkeepers, if not sell them for a little bit of cash as well. So for the second game of today's episode here, still unbeaten in the Premier League, but travelling away to Bielsa's Leeds at Ellen Road. You know you're in for a tough game when you come here, especially because of their attack-minded approach where they play so fast and so offensive-based. They took the lead early and almost went 2-0 up. Had it not been for Jan Oblak, they would have done so. And just like in the last game against Watford, I was really struggling in the opening 20 minutes to create chances. A bit of a scramble here as Timo Hall made a great save and kept it at 1-0. But 34 minutes into the game, still down by a goal. I was thinking it can't get much worse than this right now. It does. Boubacar Kamara goes down after a 50-50 duel. Certainly a clean challenge, no doubt about it. No foul, no infringement, but Kamara goes down, stays down, and is forced off through injury as well, clutching that left leg. And I was thinking, oh God, Not again. We had 2 ACLs last season, not another one so early on into season 3 with the Gunners. Camera forced off and still down by a goal. So into the break I was thinking, right, this has been an atrocious first half. We're down by a goal, haven't created much, and we've lost one of our most underrated players as well. We've got to get something to take into the dressing room that's positive, and we would as well. Right before half-time, basically the final kick of half, Emile Smith-Rowe drills in the ball, sent through to him, and makes it 1-1. Puts us back on level terms with his 5th goal of the season to join Suarez with 5 already this season. Great start for Emile this year, and it's 1-1. So that was great because it gave us the belief heading into the dressing room that things could change in the second half. And just 11 minutes after the restart, a chance to get in front for the first time. Nelson teasing his man down left-hand side, steps in, lovely little ball roll, buys a bit of space and finds the back of the net as well. Nice little move from Nelson, stepping in from left to right. You know I love to do it with the inside forwards in this team. And Reece Nelson gets the goal to put us in front for the first time in the game. Obviously, last season after he suffered that ACL, that was gutting. This season, I was thinking, how does he come back from that? Well, decent start for Nelson. 3 goals this season, I think, now for Nelson. Really decent start for our number 11 as he bangs in the game winner. But the bad news is, whilst we came from behind to win the game, we did see the injury details of Camera. It's not an ACL, but it is a dislocated shoulder, which makes me question why he was lying on it on the ground and clutching his left knee. Yeah, Camera with a 2-month injury there. So not a terrible and disastrous injury, but a bad injury nonetheless, because Camera is like one of the most underrated players in this team. He's the anchor man. He's the anchor man in this 4-2-3-1. We have Josh De Silva that's the box-to-box who plays alongside him and has the freedom to get forward. But Camera tends to just sit back, possibly offload the ball to someone more creative and just protect the back four. Although ironically, this season he's got 2 goals. So, this season he's been a bit more offense-based. But even so, Camera down for 2 months. Big blow there. And I think Guendouzi is the guy I'll put into the first 11 as opposed to Mikel Merino. I like Merino a lot, but Guendouzi to me is a much better holding midfielder in this team, really, so I've found so far in the seasons I've played. But yeah, just real briefly on that as well. I mentioned it before and I will mention it again. I do hope it's something EA look into as the years go by in FIFA, because it does kind of break away from the immersion. Because during that game, I was seeing Camera holding his leg there and thinking, what type of injury could that be? Dislocated shoulder did not even cross my mind, because he was lying on one of his shoulders and then holding the knee with the other one, which would have caused him immense pain if it was a dislocated shoulder. So yeah, I just hope in the future years EA realise that if they're going to give us an injury, make sure they show the correct animation for it, because that was just a bit silly. He's holding his left leg as if he's broken it, and in the end it's his dislocated shoulder. But anyway, for the third game of today's episode on the back of back-to-back wins in today's one, travelling away from to Austria to take on RB Salzburg here in the Champions League. Obviously, I mentioned this season I put us as favourites in this group, and for the start we've had as well, 3 straight wins halfway through the group, 9 points from a possible 9 to start the campaign off. Yeah, it's kind of what I was expecting. Leverkusen in second. This is what I thought the 1-2 would be. I feel as though Leverkusen could still cause us a problem on match day 6 at the Bayer Arena, but because our following 2 fixtures are against Salzburg and Sparta Prague, I feel as though by then qualification's probably already in the bag. So yeah, this is what I wanted: a fast start, winner opening 3 games as we've done, and try and secure qualification with a game or 2 to spare. As things stand, we're on course to do that after a big 4-0 win in Austria. But heading back home for the following game here, 5th one of today's episode, 4th one, taking on Chelsea here, Thomas Tuchel's side at the Emirates Stadium. This once again was a really tough game, and whilst we have been 100% start the season off in all competitions, I just knew heading into this game it was going to be another tough one. Your rivals, or one of your rivals, are going to want to be the guys that take this streak off you. And heading into the game, I was really struggling. Oblak made a couple of great saves, but late on in the second half, 20 minutes to go, a couple of rebounds, and eventually Chelsea would turn in the third effort to make it 1-0. Our 6 minutes to go, we were facing the prospect of our first loss of the season, coming in our own backyard to one of our London rivals. Down by a goal, really struggled to create chances, and like Jojo says, it was a little too late. Got the chances late on, but Soria made a great save, kept it at 1-0, and we were still behind. And in 30 seconds of normal time to play, we got one final chance, and let me tell you here, as I saw Josh De Silva make that storming run into the area, as he likes to do as the box-to-box midfielder, quickly offloaded it to him, and when he took the first touch, I swear, it was like slow motion and my controller was drenched in sweat. I was like, God, this is it. This is the last chance. Don't choke now. Smacked it near post, and thank God for that. Limbs in the home end as we find the leveller, and I talked about the next-gen celebrations this year for the late goals. When they are warranted, like this one was here, they look absolutely fantastic because we've just kept our unbeaten run alive. Obviously, haven't talked about it much, but you could draw comparisons that this season might well be a potential invincible season based on the way we start. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, but it's definitely a possibility. But to keep it alive against our London rivals in the dying seconds, that's when the celebrations are justified, and they look really, really cool. So yeah, Josh De Silva gives us the late equalising goal to keep our unbeaten start alive. And whilst Chelsea have become the first team this season to take points off us, as we only get the 1 out of the 3, we'll still be pleased to know we are yet to taste defeat this season. So for the final game of today's episode, 5th and final one, the Toffees away, Goodison Park in the Carabao Cup 4th round. He also got through Wolves in the 3rd round at home, now travelling to Goodison Park here to take on Everton. Into the game, once again, totally weakened side. Whilst we are the holders at this stage of the competition, I'm far more focused on the games on the weekend, but took 2 goals in the first half, both through Harvey Barnes, and I know I keep mentioning it, but Harvey Barnes, what a signing he has been for this team, man. Seriously, scored our first 2 goals in the first half. Everton didn't really create too much till late on in the game, where they would score a deflected effort off Ben Godfrey, former Toffee, fitting, right, as Palaversa makes it 2-1. But thankfully, we would still hold on for the win and progress through to the 5th round. We're in the quarterfinals of our Carabao Cup. We've got Manchester United at Old Trafford. Yep, that is going to be very tough indeed. No doubt about that. But that won't this episode of the Realistic Career Mode, guys. So big thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it, and if you have enjoyed today's episode, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode of the Realistic Career Mode very soon.